How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another day here in Animal Crossing New Leaf. And today is Weeding Day, so, unfortunately, I won't be able to really show off what Weeding Day is all about, because I have the town ordinance to keep Pomosia beautiful enacted, and it's been enacted since the very beginning of the series, pretty much. I have that ordinance enacted, which means, unfortunately, very rarely do weeds such as, well, they look like two grass spurts, but they're not really grass spurts, because what we're walking on right now is technically grass. So little spurts of not grass in the ground, you've seen it before. I don't think there's any PNG files of the weeds on the internet, but if I do find them, I'll include it on the screen. So either those or dandelion puffs that grow in town. I rarely get those. In fact, the last time I got those in town was like the day before April Fool's. So with the keep your town beautiful ordinance, you rarely see weeds, which is a blessing and a curse, because on Weeding Day every single year, if you have a lot of weeds around the town, then you can get some furniture items from our gardening store aficionado, Leaf. Leaf will be in the town plaza, and we'll go see him in just a little bit, but right now I'm looking for some digging spots, because I haven't done the daily routine yet, so I'm gonna continue looking for those, and then I'll do a little bit more explaining about Weeding Day. Alright, I took care of the daily routine, and before we speak to Leaf, there's actually somebody new that moved into town just today, actually. And, well, they destroyed one of my pear trees, so I don't really like this villager already. Anyway, let's go head inside and say hello to a brand new villager. Aww, she's so cute.
Hey, you live in this town, right? I heard that Pomosia is totally the place to live, so I moved here. I'm Mary, and you must be that James everyone's talking about. Good to meet you. I'm unpacking, so come back when I've got this place perfect. We're going to be best friends, I know it.
I could have sworn I've seen you in town before. I believe you camped in town in either December or January, which is fitting, especially if it was in December, since your name is Mary, after all. Mary the Cat. Well, Mary the Cat, welcome to Pomosia. Hopefully you stay at least through at least a couple of these evently updates, since most of the recent villagers apparently don't feel like staying past, like, one update. Anyway, so Leaf here. So, like I mentioned before, because I have the Keep Pomosia Beautiful town ordinance in effect, barely any weeds spawn in town. So Leaf, in my universe, in Pomosia's universe of New Leaf, doesn't really quite like me, although there is something very special and unique about a town with 0 weeds in it that Leaf will help you out with. But I'll get to that in just a moment, because I want to talk about the actual weeding day when you have weeds around town. Or, well, I'll mention that in a second, but anyway, so if you have any other ordinance but the Keep the Town Beautiful ordinance, weeds will grow in town, and it's recommended for Weeding Day that you just keep letting weeds grow into town. And when you speak to Leaf on Weeding Day, which is always the last Friday of April, in North America at least. Tomorrow, actually, is the Weeding Day in Europe, which is pretty cool. So if you speak to Leaf, Leaf will give a set amount of weeds that he wants you to pull around your town. And every time you accomplish that goal, that set number of weeds that Leaf asks you to pull, he will give you a furniture item from the flower set, which is fitting, you know. Leaf's store even has a flower on it, which is quite cool. I don't have the full list in front of me, unfortunately, but I do believe there are screenshots on the internet, which I'm going to try to put one on screen right now for you to see, of what is in the flower set in total. I believe all the items are based off flowers you can grow in your town. So there will be items based off cosmos, pansy, a rose, tulips, violets, stuff like that. There will be different furniture items based off that. So you'd have a bed, you'd have a lamp, a table, a sofa, stuff like that. Again, I don't have the list off the top of my head, but hopefully the screenshot that you'll be able to see, you can get a clear idea of the type of items. I probably couldn't name them off based off the image if I just looked at the image. I think there's a list on the internet somewhere. There should be, I mean. The internet is very expansive. Anyway, so even if you don't have any weeds in your town, you can actually manage to get some furniture items from Leaf from the flower set if you're a very sociable person and you visit a lot of your friends' towns. And if you pull weeds in your friend's town, it will also work. Leaf will give you furniture items from the flower set. Clovers actually work as well, at least in friends' towns. I don't know if they work in your town. It'd be weird if it didn't work in one but worked in the other, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume it works for both. So if you have clovers in your town, you can pick those up as well. I had a clover a couple days ago. Unfortunately, I don't have any more in town. But anyway, and as you see, Leaf is here in the town plaza, so his store is closed. So good luck trying to go to his store, because, in fact, in the TNT Emporium especially, since the stores are combined, Leaf's Corner is just completely closed off, and I think all of the items are not even in there. Like, the section is just cleared out and emptied, like it's a Toys R Us. Oh, is that too soon? Oh, I apologize. Oh, that actually burns. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I probably just offended a whole bunch of people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to make the joke. Anyway, so what happens if you're like myself and you don't have weeds around town, or you don't have friends that can play this event right now? A, because I'm recording this technically at night instead of what time is displayed on screen, and 2, I'm recording this days in the future, so I couldn't do it anyway unless I had a friend play in the future as well. So, if you have no weeds around town and you can't go to a friend's town to pull up weeds, then, well, by speaking to Leaf, something really special will happen.
Hey, Mayor James. It's the last Friday of April, and that means it's Weeding Day. The very last Friday of April is a special day where people pitch in and help pull weeds all over town. But Pomosia is already nice and tidy, clean and happy. We don't need any weeding at all. For the mayor of the clean-loving town of Pomosia, the Special Cleanup Award. You can decorate the town with topiaries that I designed myself. I'll let Miss Isabel know all about it. If you put a topiary up as a public works project, I'd be so pleased. So yes, for not having weeds in town, you get a very special reward, and you can build topiaries around town. Oh, is the cat machine? Oh, it's Cash for Clutter. I was gonna say, is there a special one for Weeding Day that you can get a meow coupon for? I'll just go grab that real quick. So, if we actually go into Town Hall... Oh, I also want to show off this. I want to talk to Isabel right here first before I sit in my desk. Because I want to show what the citizens of Pomosia think of it. Citizen satisfaction. You want to know how satisfied the citizens of Pomosia are? Sure thing. Here's what the Citizen Satisfaction Committee had to say. Goodness gracious, I can say that even from an academic standpoint, this town is simply the best. Whoo!
I assume that's from Blathers.
The survey also says the citizens feel Pomosia is the best town ever. They never want to leave.
Yeah, you said that a couple days ago when I asked you, Isabel, and yet We just had a couple. We had Lyman move away. We had Jay move away. Like, I think that part of your statement is false.
Let's both do our best to ensure that Pomoja is always clean and a happy place to live.
So, if your town is in perfect status, and that is the signal for if your town is perfect or not, if you maintain a perfect status for 15 days, I believe, Isabel will reward you with the golden watering can. And I was hoping today was my 15th day so I could have received it in this video, but apparently not. Anyway, really quickly, let's sit in the desk here, and let's go show... Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh no, I can't show it off because it's a holiday event, that's right. Well, never mind then. And with that, I guess that is going to do it for today here in Animal Crossing New Leaf. I'm sorry, Goldie and Rocco and Molly. Let me get out of your way here. Next time won't be until, is it the middle of May, I think? But I will see you in a couple of weeks during, I believe, the middle of May for Mother's Day. So, until then, thank you for watching, and until next time, catch ya later.